So this is a quick update video to say that I've had now the RS6, which is sat behind me for 2 years, and here's all the things I love about it and all the things I hate about it. We can talk about the legendary speed and power. That never gets boring, and it is one of the best things ever. Still, over the last 2 years, it still isn't a problem. It is still entertaining. It still brings a big smile every time you put your foot down and you hear the V8 roar at the engine. It is brilliant. Lugging stuff. Right now, the boot is pretty much full. And I would say that we have lugged everything under the sun. This camping trip, my paddleboard, multiple paddleboards, it swallows it all. We went up to Point Farms Provincial Park up in Goodrich. We took 2 bikes, we had camping gear, we had a paddleboard, and it still managed to take it all without it becoming a problem, and seating. So it's a car that is unbelievably versatile. The handling dynamics on a windy road are brilliant. And it will never get boring. The infotainment system, the sound system is all generally really good. We'll talk about the gripes in a bit. And I can't describe how useful and how livable a 600 brake horsepower supercar is, which is wrapped up in a wagon body. It gets a lot of attention from people who know, and from everyone else. It's just a wagon, and it slips under the radar until it flashes past them or it accelerates away. And it is brilliant for doing that. I'm going to talk about some of the other issues now that we're 24,000 kilometers into ownership. Let's talk about fuel. This thing drinks gas, or petrol if you're in the UK. It costs about $100 roughly to fill the tank from a warning light coming on all the way to full. And I seem to spend an awful lot of time at the fuel station putting in more fuel. I am a little bit heavy-footed, I will admit that, but even if I'm dancing with ballerina shoes, I'm getting probably 10 litres per 100 kilometres on a motorway, which is pretty good considering, you know, how big the car is. It weighs 2 tons, and you know, we're not hanging around, and it does drink a bit. Short journeys are the worst. Those ones, it is really quite thirsty. The other issue that I'm going to talk about is oil. This car drinks oil, which is not unexpected. All engines need to use oil, and that's fine. The problem is around checking it. So, as a modern car, it has an electronic oil dipstick, and that's all fine and good, except that it gives you no warning when it's low unless you're looking at it. And that's a problem. I was on a journey recently, and it just so happened that I went into the system to have a look and check that everything was good, only to discover that I wasn't having a lot of oil left. Rather than it giving you a warning or saying we're close to getting to the minimum mark, there's nothing until it's a problem. And being a supercar, being a V8, a high performance V8, it needs a certain type of oil, and that is not always readily available, especially in outside of the metropolitan areas, and that becomes a bit of a problem. So I would say that that is definitely one of the issues. Next problem. The car doesn't the infotainment system doesn't use Alexa or Apple CarPlay through the streaming app. It has the option to, but I haven't managed to make it work. Now the car goes in for service on Friday. We'll see if that changes, and if that does, then it's all good and we'll be quite happy. It's not the end of the world. The infotainment system's been doing a few funky things recently where you put favourites into the favourite panel, and then they vanish, or the radio favourites will suddenly become unavailable. I don't know why, I haven't figured it out. Maybe it's just a glitch in the system. Hopefully it's just that. Insurance. I'm going to describe this car as not the cheapest to insure. A lot of places, as soon as they realise that it's over $100,000, it's a bit of a problem for them, or when they realise that it's over 500 brake horsepower. A little weird, because you're happy to insure a Tesla, but not a internal combustion engine that will do the same thing. So one little gripe with the car. Other gripes, the parking system is outrageously sensitive. So because it's a wide car, you need it, but there is occasions when all of a sudden you'll feel the sensors go on, or the car will automatically try and stop itself, and you haven't got close to anything yet, and that's a bit of a problem. Sometimes when you're parking in a tight space, the sensors will be going off wildly. Apart from that, there have been no other complaints about it. It is truly been a joy to live with for the past 2 years. It got me up here with a smile on my face, and I'm going to take the long way home, so that I can enjoy some more back and country roads that have curves and corners in them, and I can listen to that V8 soundtrack. All in all, 2 years on, I do not regret getting this car, and I'm looking forward to plenty more fun adventures with it.